It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Elissa Hallem, and I'm a professor in the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, and Molecular Genetics. And my research in my lab combines neurobiology and parasitology to try to understand the host-seeking behaviors of human parasitic worms. So we study these worms that are skin-penetrating human parasitic worms. They're found throughout the world in the soil, especially in warm climates, and they infect primarily when people walk barefoot through soil or in contaminated water. They can also infect through water. And these infective worms enter the body by penetrating directly through the skin. And so this is what one of the worms, the infective larvae, look like. The species we study the most is called Strongyloides stercoralis. It's also known as the human threadworm. And like I said, these worms are in the soil, and they're actively sensing their hosts. And so that's the process that we study. And so if there's a human standing here, these worms are sensing cues that are given off by the host. And these cues include heat given off by our bodies, also odors. So we emit hundreds of different odors from our skin and sweat, and these are sensed by the worms. And the worms are also using these odors to distinguish a human host from, say, a cow or a rat, which they are not able to infect. And so they're using odors to try to discriminate a host, like a human, from a non-host. They also sense vibration as we walk by, taste cues, so many different cues. And so my lab is interested in understanding how these little worms in the soil integrate all of these cues that are coming off of a human and how they use these cues to distinguish a human from a non-human. And in particular, we're studying the neurons in the worm brain that detect these human cues, how those signals are integrated in neural circuits that tell the worm, okay, now it's time to actually penetrate into the foot and infect. And we're also interested in the molecular mechanisms that mediate these processes.